Welcome to Curator's Perspective. I'm Danielle Osteen, curator at the Kreeger Museum. Today I'll be talking about Untitled from 1965 by Joan Mitchell. Standing in front of this painting, I'm always astonished by the amount of rich color that fills this small canvas. Measuring around 1.5 feet tall, this picture is intimate, reminiscent of a small window, and yet it is bursting with electric blues, gem-like purples, and rich reds. Mitchell constructs an explosion of color at the center of this painting, thickly applying paint in luscious splotches and smears. The paint is so thick in some areas that drips of color hang off the surface as if fresh from the artist's studio. Born in Chicago, Mitchell was associated with the abstract expressionist artists in New York by the early 1950s as one of the few women to be part of this group. Throughout her career, Mitchell created pictures that captured her visual and experiential recollections. She often talked about how her abstract imagery was driven by her sensory memories, for instance of a landscape or even of a certain tree. In 1959, she moved to France and was living in Paris when she painted this work. Her paintings during this time looked to the vibrant colors of the French countryside, calling to mind the paintings of Paul Cézanne and Vincent van Gogh, two artists who Mitchell admired. Yet this untitled work connects instead to the city, to her life in Paris. The picture was part of a suite of small works she entitled 14 Stations on Paris Subway. Mitchell considered her urban experiences to be just as powerful as her encounters with the natural world. In 1958, she stated in an interview that she did not distinguish nature from what she called man-made nature. She remarked, "A city is as strange as a tree." Her specific reference to the Paris metro in this painting remains unexplained, but her physical connection to the canvas is unmistakable. The surface of the picture is filled with great depth and texture. She uses a range of tools from her studio, palette knives, sponges, and even her own finger, which draws a line in the paint. It's as if she's experimenting with the very capabilities of paint in building this picture, as she creates a fierce frenzy of color contained on an intimate canvas.